on the road again.
You just can't wait to get on the road again.
Wait, we probably can't actually sing that. We're going to get sued for copyright infringement, aren't we?
Are we good on a 30-second
Oh, yeah,
use?
that's totally right. And also, I think at some point you have to count in the terribleness of the parody and satire and fair use.
Yeah, we can hardly call that a cover.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The only thing you want to cover is my mouth right now.
Ba-bam! Maybe an apology for. Sorry, John Denver. Anyways, I'm John Ryan here with Ryan McCaffrey.
Hello.
We're traveling across.
We're two bad morning DJs coming at you live across the country,
man.
coast to coast.
We're currently in the American Southwest. Really, just drove off the Grand Canyon. Somehow magically lived. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop talking like that. It's super annoying. But yes, we are crossing the southern half of the United States in Ubisoft's The Crew during the closed beta. And Ryan, have you been having a good drive so far?
It's been going well.
Oh, no. Except for that.
I've only had to complain about getting out to pee once.
Yeah, you know, it's been solid. I think I've kept you pretty well fed, even though you're tied up in the back. But,
yeah,
you know, it happens.
Appreciate that.
You get to lay down the whole way.
I think I, don't quite have a concussion.
It's the mild one.
From when you whacked me over the head and threw me in the trunk.
Look, to be fair, I did use my softest shovel. Anyway, here we are crossing over the Colorado River, the scenic Colorado River coming down from the Rocky Mountains. Seen in many. What?
Using the term "coming down" when you're leaving Colorado these days has its own meaning, doesn't it?
That it does. That it does. Weed reference. Whoa.
420. What?
Stoner Bros on the road. I stole my grandma's Ford Focus. We got an eighth of green, and we've just got the open road ahead of us.
There's a reason the car's green, brah.
Actually, there is a reason the car is green, and it's because my grandmother did drive a green Ford Focus hatchback.
Oh, so this is totally like sentimental for you right now?
Oh, absolutely, except for all the times that I've crashed and destroyed it, which only happened once in real life.
Soiling her memory.
No, I do that on a daily basis on its own. It happens. I'm sorry, Grandma. Anyways.
Ooh, ambulance chaser.
Let's get him. Let's get it. I really hope somebody sick is not in the back of this. Hey, stop.
Good luck getting back to that hospital. Oh, my God.
Over.
Oh, what have you done? Wow.
I think they're okay, right? They'll be fine. See, they're right back on track. They're totally. Oh, where I was supposed to make a turn there. I get so caught up in hurting those people that I forgot to turn.
All right, we're good.
Oh, I missed them. Nuts. Well, they won that round, I suppose. Anyways, we're going to leave the scenic Colorado riverbank here as we aim for yet another random dirt road through the middle of the desert.
We're on our way to New Orleans.
We are on our way to New Orleans, down in the
the bayou.
The ubiquitously named the South, right over here.
It's as if the results of the Civil War.
Yeah.
This is an alternate reality where
I like to think that because of the semi-misshapen nature of the East Coast, that this is just what the world looks like in the prologue to Fallout 3.
Yeah.
It's all the bombs have dropped and just this is what happened. But we can also alternate that it may have been a new Confederacy as well. Now, I am really glad, I guess, for this portion of the trip, because when Marty and I drove across the north side last week, that was all mostly on highways and paved roads. Well, the cool thing is that you can notice on the left side of the screen, the little blue bar with my name on it also has a big red D.
That's your driving rating?
No, it's the class of car that I have. So each car
might be generous for your driving rating.
Yeah, well, 158 is not the best, but it's okay. It's not my IQ for any means. But the D stands for a dirt class of car, which is I'm glad I actually picked this one. I kind of did it unconsciously. But it means that through all of these,
while you slept.
While I slept, I was asleep at the wheel. And I picked this class of car.
And you have the mental capacity to make a telepathic selection.
Exactly. Well, you can see, actually, I'll use one of the other cool features in this game.
Yeah.
If I want to, I can use my mobile garage and pull out my Dodge Challenger. So any car...
America.
Exactly.
America.
Words we can't say on TV,
Yeah.
But you can see it already has a much more difficult time because this is a street class, hence the little S, making it around all of these curves,
Now,
especially
this car here just wants to go in a straight line.
with the dirt. Yeah, now this is going to be one of those situations where we're just going to hope for some commentary about the Duke boys and having wings or start flapping their arms.
Bud, you're not ready for this yet.
I am absolutely ready for this, madam. How dare you belittle me like that?
Yeah, she's not very nice.
She won't leave us alone either, that's the thing.
Not even that constructive.
No,
Like,
she's just being mean
tears
to
you
us.
down.
And it's not like it's not for lack of trying that I don't have more experience. I literally cannot have.
Ah!
Oh no! Oh, we
Oh,
lived
no.
somehow again. We lived. I am not. Oh
Ah,
God!
Thelma!
Louise! Still
We're
totally
still
fine.
alive.
Still totally fine. Still a-okay.
It's like death becomes her right now. We can't end this thing.
All right, I'm gonna get us back on track. I'm also gonna swap back to my Ford Focus.
That's right. I'm referencing the
The
classic
Bruce
Meryl
Willis
Streep
Goldie
film.
Hawn. That's actually, you know what, I will say,
becomes her.
that is a semi-underrated movie.
I would agree with that.
I mean, seeing Bruce Willis do a comedy after having starred in the Die Hard franchise is always refreshing.
Yeah. Back when Bruce had hair.
Back when Bruce had hair and had stopped doing moonlighting.
Right.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! But also, we have to remember that was before he swore off comedy forever with the classic film Hudson Hawk.
I don't know. Live Free or Die Hard was a comedy, right?
Haha, baduntis. No,
my
it absolutely was funny for all the wrong reasons. But Hudson Hawk is a really special kind of movie where you'll watch it a million times as a kid and think it's the coolest thing ever. But then you like have your friend over and you're like, you gotta watch this movie, man. This is so good. And it's just, you sit there and you watch it, and then you're like, what the hell am I doing with my life?
You know what? That happened to me with as a childhood thing that I watched again as an adult, and it's just totally awful now.
What?
The late '80s Ninja Turtles cartoon that ran for several years.
Oh man,
Like
yeah.
I came back because there were like season box sets
Yep.
that came out on DVD a few years ago. So we got some in the office. I said, "Oh,
Oh,
sweet!
man.
I love these," and fired one up, and they're just bad.
yeah.
They're just not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I kind of had
Part
that
of me
moment.
died inside.
I had that moment when I found an episode of Street Sharks on YouTube, and I was not particularly jaded as a kid. I was not that smart either, but I liked the show Street Sharks just because it was like a bunch of TV producers being like, you know what, screw it, let's just make them sharks who rollerblade and skateboard. And I remember loving it because it was like the most stupid half an hour of children's television I could possibly imagine. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Wait, where did our waypoint go? The game lost our waypoint, but
That's convenient.
thankfully we've still been heading in the somewhat right direction. So let's set our course back to
Laying a
Nolans.
course for the neutral zone.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah, the other one that kind of hurt me a little bit to come back to as an adult, I still do, but I especially loved Voltron as a kid.
I never
Not a
really got
Voltron
into. Well, no, I was a Power Rangers kid.
Turns out every episode of Voltron is exactly the same.
Well, this is every episode of Power Rangers is exactly the same too. You know, it's all of those wacky giant robot shows. Like you could, aside from like one or two episodes and like the movie, you could say the same thing about G.I. Joe or Transformers.
Right.
You know, it's always the same formula. It's Cobra Commander's doing something stupid and evil. Let's stop him. Oh look, we stopped him.
Here, let's test. How about while we're playing a driving game,
right.
reminiscing about childhood cartoons.
Yep.
There were a lot of really cool car-based cartoons in the 80s. I'm so lucky. I feel so lucky that I got to grow up in the 80s. Do you remember?
I'm a jealous man.
Do you remember Mask?
No.
M-A-S-K.
Are you talking about the
Mobile
movie with-
Armored Strike Command? It was
Oh
a
no.
cartoon.
I thought you meant Rocky Dennis.
No.
The kid with the giant elephantitis face?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay. No, that's a bad movie.
Now,
No, I don't remember Mask.
Mask
I was
was this cool 80s cartoon where It was this group of guys. It was set in Colorado, which I know we already drove through on this game.
Black Mesa.
Oh, sweet. Say hi to Gordon Freeman.
Yep. This is
And-
more of the flat American Southwest.
So they had this base that was inside a mountain, and they all had these the heroes, the guys all had these cars that would sort of semi-transform, not like Transformers, but like either guns would come out
They would
somehow,
like turn
or
into like Spy Hunter. They could either like become
Yeah,
submarines
basically.
or like
But
rocket cars.
they wore these sort of flight suit-like outfits, and they'd be in their cars, and it'd be time to fight the evil guys, and so they'd go, mask, and in their car, like, a mask would drop down and lock into their head, and the mask would have some sort of ability, like, laser eye beams or something.
But they're inside a car.
Well, but they would get out of the car a lot, too.
Oh, so they would be inside a super-powered car, but then they'd get out of the car? Even though the car is probably bulletproof?
It's pretty cool.
I mean, no, I'm sure it is. For an 80s cartoon, that sounds badass.
Yeah, it was a...
I mean, it's no Knight Rider, but...
I mean, it was totally just like every 80s cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
It was just an excuse to sell toys.
Of course.
So I had like every mask guy.
Nice.
Who, his mask would come on and come off, so you could just, you could play. I'd play
yeah.
with them and be like, mask, and it's awesome. And then you had.
Did you actually sit there as a child in your room with your action figures going, mask?
100% yes.
Awesome. Great job.
I miss
I feel like we would have been friends as kids.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what was cool about being a kid. What's one thing I miss as an adult? I would actually be. I mean, I'd be embarrassed to sit, even alone, to do that, because I would think I'm a mental patient. If I'm sitting here doing this, I should if anybody sees me, I'm going to be committed. But as a kid, you're just escaping into your imagination, and it's awesome.
And now, as an adult, you're insane.
Yes.
I feel that way sometimes, though, when I'm either watching TV or playing video games. So, I feel like if anyone watched how I played GTA 5 without any kind of context as to what the game is, or like
Psycho Killer.
Yeah, I would be the guy that they do a spotlight on Fox News.
Right. Your girlfriend would be dragging you onto like the Tyra Banks show to talk about your clear
my
video game addiction
psychopathic
issues.
tendencies and my addiction.
He shoots everyone he sees.
He just can't stop it. He just runs
himself.
over everything.
He cackles maniacally.
Yeah, I do that.
That happens.
Sometimes that occurs once in a great while. Ooh, the Mountain States in Monument Valley. What the hell is Monument Valley? Oh, I assume it's just those things. Are those the monuments? Because there's really nothing over there. That farm. That farm's got to be the monument.
Clearly, that's our goal.
Clearly, let's get over there. You know what I haven't seen in a while? An ambulance.
You scared them all away.
They know better. I had to teach them all a lesson. But look how... Oh, no, it's still filthy. Dang it. I actually do like that even if you're driving straight on the highway, you're... Oh, never mind. It all blew.
You know what should have been an 80s cartoon, the vehicle-based cartoon, but was instead a glorious live-action thing that we were all so much better off for having gotten?
Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. starring David Hasselhoff.
You are so close because you have the right actor.
Knight Rider. Oh, yeah, no. Knight Rider is... When you first said car-based things of the 80s, I was like, Knight Rider is number one. Like, well, a close second would be the Simpsons version of Night Boat, which I really love.
Did you see...
did you ever watch the remake, the 2000
That's what I was just going to ask. Where Val Kilmer was the voice of Kit?
Oh, my God.
Wait. I think it literally was the pilot, and then it never got picked up.
Oh, God, no. No. I watched that pilot, too.
I did, too.
I watched it so enthusiastically.
David Hasselhoff was in it for like 2 minutes.
He had
in
that
a
great cameo.
Wasn't he the guy's uncle or something?
Yeah, it was basically supposed to be like Knight Rider, the next generation.
Yeah.
Which is just so unfortunate. But I really wish that show had gotten picked up.
Oh, it would have been glorious.
Yeah, well,
it was this horrible. It was total. I mean.
Did you get to that jump with the music?
That was
really
great.
Good.
That was great.
Really
now,
excellent.
maybe the Trans Am was product placement, but in the.
But it was a robot Trans Am.
Right, but in this one they chose a Mustang.
Yeah.
And it was just complete and total. Like,
absolutely.
Obvious product placement.
That's why you have all of these. That's why anything gets made nowadays.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Did you watch House of Cards?
I don't know.
Just everything about that is just product placement for like Windows phones and Blackberries.
I believe it. To circle back to our last episode of this video series, I was talking about my old days as a DeLorean owner.
Yes.
You want to know a great story? the studio originally wanted wanted
Back to the Future?
a Mustang as the car in Back to the
Oh,
Future.
but
And so the reason I know
80s
this,
Mustangs are terrible.
So Bob Gale, the writer
Yep.
and co-producer of the film, along with Robert Zemeckis, he would come to the DeLorean conventions. Nicest guy you could ever hope to meet. Just real funny, just a great guy. And he would just basically come to the DeLorean conventions and tell stories about the Back to the Future days and about making the film. And
I can understand that being a thing. I mean, for the folks who weren't who are more fans of the car itself as opposed to the lore of it, I suppose that wouldn't be the biggest thing. But I can see how that'd be fun.
And so he was.
We're in Roswell.
Oh, we're here.
Look at this, Roswell, New Mexico, where Area 51 is said to be nearby, and the infamous spaceship crash of 1957, 47. I think it's 47.
40, yeah, I think
it's
you're
something
right.
7. I want to say it's 47.
I believe it's 4. I don't think it's 57.
The spaceship was supposedly landed here, and the autopsies were carried out at Area 51, which I'm curious to see if it's nearby. Maybe we'll go on a hunt for that later on in another episode. Or we'll go right over there where I see some satellite dishes.
But to finish the story...
Yes, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, no worries. So they said this, and Bob Gale, he went back to the studio and said his famous quote, which was just, it's now legend in the DeLorean community.
Yeah.
Doc Brown does not drive a DeLorean. It's like, yes. I mean, he does not drive a Mustang. Yeah.
You ruined the story.
That's
you
just
totally
like, and
it.
take 2.
There we go. Doc Brown does not drive an effing Mustang.
Yes.
There it is. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Because at the time, if I'm not mistaken, in the 80s, I mean, the Mustang was a relatively new thing to the scene, right?
No. The Mustang came around in the 60s, but
I mean, I know it had been around.
It just sucked in the 80s. Like, the 80s versions of the Mustang were awful.
Clearly, you can tell, folks, I know nothing about cars.
Except that your dead grandma drove a green Ford Focus.
She drove a green Ford Focus, and I currently drive a Toyota Corolla because it is easy on maintenance.
There you go.
I know how to change the oil myself.
Hard to argue with that.
I mean, it really is. It's super handy.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to the south. We finally crossed the border into the south. There it is, yeah.
Boy, you sure got a pretty mouth.
Nope. A whole lot of nope.
I'm Casey Kasem.
No.
Join John Ryan as she has a pretty mouth.
God damn it. Casey Kasem's ghost, why do you have to just keep haunting me with memories of deliverance?
Huron. I guess since we're in the East Coast, it would be the call letter would start with W now.
I think so, yeah.
You're listening to WCRW Radio.
You just really want to get that CRW.
I don't know.
WKRC.
That would be the call letters of this game.
Absolutely.
CRW for crew.
Yeah. Oh!
See
look
what
I
did there?
I do see
there
what
was
you
a
did
method
there.
to the madness.
There was. I did not see it, nor understand, nor believe in it, but now I see. Still not sure if I believe in it or not, but now I see it. And
power slide.
No. But I got good drift.
I'll say.
$7 for good drift.
My heart just drifted out of my chest cavity on that turn.
Hey now, wordplay. Let's see if this gets us a nice little jump. Get some good air. Nope, nothing.
Sticking glued to the
Super
road.
disappointing jumps.
You could say that Ford really focused on the road right there.
He did, and on that one too. Look at that. That one worked the way it was supposed to.
Worst pun ever.
What are you? Ooh, I see the city over there. Could that be New Orleans? Might that be?
Why
where
are
we're
there
headed
sailboats in the middle of a lake?
That's actually a really good question. I think it's an egress
like
or an inlet.
Big sailboats.
Big ones. It's the America's Cup. Didn't you know?
Larry Ellison's out there with his Oracle boat.
Beautiful sailboats that are
no idea what's going on.
Super giant. Oh, that sad, dead-looking tree. All right, so here we are, finally coming out of the barren and empty void that is the American Southwest, and now just in the plain old South.
That was quick.
Yeah, that was really fast. We made really good time.
We sure did. No traffic.
And there it is. You can see it over there. The Big Easy, New Orleans. At least I can only assume that's
this season on The Real World New Orleans.
Oh God, no. You know what? I don't know why we're going down all these hills. Let's just do this the old-fashioned way. Yee-haw! I hope there's no rivers in our way.
7 strangers
there might
picked
be.
to live in a Ford Focus. Find out what happens when people stop being polite and start being real.
Oh my God, that would be the worst. I really hope we're not going to run into like the Mississippi. We probably are.
We should. That would be great.
We should. I just hope we don't end up sinking into it, because that would be a very, very long and bad day. I don't have insurance on this car, so I don't think they'll cover driving it purposefully into the biggest river.
Why does that not surprise me with you?
No, I have to have insurance. I have to have really good insurance. If I'm gonna almost kill IGN editors, I may as well not have to pay for it when I do.
That's true.
All right, now we're in the Great Plains, so I guess this is supposed to be like Kansas or Nebraska, Iowa. And we go immediately from the Great Plains into, oh, we're in Dallas.
Dallas?
Oh, God, we're only in Dallas?
Let's stop off at id Software and check out, see how the new Doom is shaping up.
Yeah, let's do that. Where is
or,
that?
Or maybe...
Are they downtown somewhere?
And then Gearbox. Let's see, we can check in on...
I don't think we can go to Austin in this.
No, Gearbox is outside of Dallas.
Oh, I thought they were in Austin.
They're in Plano. Now, Austin is home to many game developers. A lot of MMO developers are down there. The BioWare Austin team, the guys that did The Old Republic.
Interesting.
Are in Austin.
I missed that game. I really enjoyed it quite a lot. This is actually a really nice looking city. I kind of want to visit here in real life now.
Well, QuakeCon just happened. You missed your good chance.
Bogus. All right. Well, as we're passing through Dallas, we're going to move on to the next sled of videos for you guys. But for all of your crew needs and anything having to do with Dallas, Texas, because why not?
Keep it locked right here to IGN.